Alright, this is Turk, and well, well, I wanted to do a quick impressions of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I got it about a month ago, and I decided on doing the Black Eagles, and I'm only about 14 hours into it, and I just wanted to put this video out because it's going to take a while to finish it, and by the time I put up a new video, I don't think anyone will care anymore because it'll probably be the holidays, and everyone will be like, oh, whatever the holiday games will be coming out that everyone will be into. And Pokemon for me, can't wait for that. I'll probably get Pokemon Sword. Maybe I'll get both of them. But Fire Emblem Three Houses is my first one I've really got myself into. I briefly played Awakening in 2014 or 15 when I borrowed it from a friend, and uh, have I have Heroes on my phone, and I've played it here and there, but I never invested a lot of time into it. My main experience with RPGs in the past have been like Pokemon or Persona, and a couple attempts at Final Fantasy, in which your characters stay on one side of the field and your enemies on the other, and you don't move around per se, and you have to buffer yourself and watch your health. But and I really like those kind of games still, but I think this style with Fire Emblem might be my new favorite in its similarities to like a chessboard or checkers, which I played a lot as a kid, and where you move pieces around a board, move your players around this playing field basically, and you have to consciously think about where your characters who could be vulnerable to physical attacks are, like your healers and archers. And I really enjoy that. I'm a fan of ancient history and how their armies formed up in ancient nation states, and the similarities here makes me really enjoy it. The Greeks and the Romans having their front line with the shields up and everything, and protecting their archer. Well, the Persians probably did that more. Anyways, you have to have yourself in a formation so you don't get flanked easily, and this is the thing going on here with protecting your vulnerable players in Fire Emblem, and that's perhaps my favorite thing about it now, is being very conscious about it and placing them just so. And the house thing took a while for me the school thing took me a while to get used to, but now that I'm doing it, I really see how your characters can benefit from, your classmates can benefit where you what you teach them to do. So I'm getting more into that. So this is one of those games where if you play like Persona 4 Golden, Persona 5, the two I'm familiar with doing this the most, it takes a while to get the game really taking off, and you have to spend a lot of time hearing a lot of dialogue and getting some exposition. But once you get going along, maybe 3-4 hours in, I feel like with this, which seems about the same with most of these games, you'll get into it really easily, and you'll start figuring out what works and what doesn't. Tip then is to save a lot, because if you're playing like the standard or classic mode, you're going to lose your characters, which I never particularly like the idea of it when I've read about past Fire Emblem games from like maybe the GameCube era. So I just put it in the casual mode because I wanted to keep my classmates, students that I'm investing so much time in, as the teacher to them, and but I do find myself restarting a lot if I lose them at all. I want to try and get them as much experience as possible. A lot of the ones who died for me were just really low level compared to the enemy, and I had to, who was it, Casper, Bernadetta, and Dorothea. I had to really get them buffed up, or buff up Casper, and attack them. So I'm constantly restarting the game and trying to make what I did last better, try and refix it up. It's like playing a chess game, and you can actually go back a turn. I don't think it really let you do that in chess unless you like have your hands on the piece. So anyways, just if you haven't played this game, I really recommend it, and just remember to save a lot, and have a lot of time set aside for this. I probably won't be able to finish this for quite a while because I'm just too busy with school, and I got a couple of cats that are trying to steal my food right now as we speak, so I got to cut this a little short. And Plus, I've been binge watching some anime lately. So anything else with Fire Emblem? I feel like the story's not going to be as. It feels like it's going to be a little bit of your typical anime fare with the hero, your character being the chosen one or something of that sort. But I'm cool with that. I kind of like that stuff as long as they twist things here and there to make it fresher, fresh enough that it's not so typical. And so yeah, I think it's a great game, and I hope you guys will too. Have a nice one.